Well, I mean, look, Blood, it's not like he tried to deter people from donating directly to her and instead just buy the shirt. It's not like he did that. Oh, wait, he did. So there was a Ripper reveal today. He revealed late stage Rippaverse today, or yesterday, something like that. And what do I mean by? Oh, wait. First. So we are going to be criticizing the way in which he has, in my opinion, this is not a legal claim, decided to exploit and grift on contract employees' breast cancer. Our sympathies are with her, despite the fact that she is apparently an editor, longtime editor of his content. We do have her direct Give, Send, Go fund if you'd like to donate to her. There's also just like so many, trans people, other people with cancer. There's a lot of people that are deserving of your help if you have the help to give. However, just wanted to make it very clear that we're not saying that this person deserves no help or that you should not help this person. The criticism is going to be about, well, you'll see. There's that. And that is linked in the description. It's also the pinned comment in chat. Oh, and here's the actual site. Give, Send, Go is apparently like a Christian kind of thing, but they do have a good rating. Despite a lot of Christians these days, this seems to be honest. So there you go. Jordan Crow is her name. She's got breast cancer, and then like another like a genetic thing that I don't know. Remember what we'll read it in a second, and that sounds pretty awful. And hopefully she gets the money she needs. This is on the Rippaverse website. Crow for a Cure. And it is a t-shirt that you can purchase. So it says, at the heart of every community lies someone whose talent, dedication, and warmth leave an undeniable impact. For us, that person is Jordan Crow, a skilled video editor, graphic designer, storyteller, and beloved friend. Once again, remind you, this is a contract employee because all Rippaverse employees are contract employees, meaning they do not get any benefits. They're not actually employees. And to call them employees is technically incorrect. To call it they're a contracted worker. That's just, if any of you ever been a contracted employee or worker of a company, you definitely know that you didn't feel like you were part of anything that was just like sustainable for you, or that you knew that the rug could be pulled out at any given moment, because that's exactly what it's designed to do. In a lot of ways, being a contract worker can be to the benefit of the worker for sure. That's as long as you know how to negotiate contracts and you're good at what you're doing and stuff like that. That's true. But I just, something tells me that there's I don't know. Well, we'll see. But so her creativity has touched so many, bringing ideas to life and blending her love of literature and video games into visuals that inspire and captivate. Cool. I wouldn't say that Eric July's videos inspire and captivate, to be honest. But nonetheless. Now Jordan is facing her toughest battle yet, breast cancer, which is no fucking joke, man. Fuck breast cancer, fuck cancer. Today we're inviting you to join us in rallying behind her, supporting her fight, and easing the financial burden of treatment. So that is a good thing. We're proud to release the Crow for a Cure t-shirt. Whoa, what? Crow for a what now? So whenever there's some kind of charity that's like blank for a cure or whatever, typically that charity is funneling that money to research that is going to go towards actually finding a cure for something. Am I right?
In theory, yes.
In theory. Yeah, I'm sure it's not the first time this has been done, but like to call this for a cure is pretty gross, in my opinion.
Yeah, because it's not a cure for cancer. It's just to help, allegedly, to help one person.
They say it's to ease her financial burden, and that's great. But then to just turn around and call it that, it's like using language to, as Eric July tends to do. He doesn't know what words mean, or he does, and he uses it wrong intentionally to manipulate. A symbol of strength and solidarity with proceeds going directly to help Jordan. Whether you buy a shirt or donate to her Give, Send, Go campaign, which is, kind of buried here, every bit of support makes a difference. So how you can help Jordan? To support Jordan in her fight against cancer, we're offering 2 ways for you to make a real difference. You can buy the shirt. Oh, inclusive fit? That sounds pretty fucking woke, man. You're including fat people in there, Eric July?
DEI fashion.
DEI fucking t-shirt shit, man. It's crazy. Purpose driven. That sounds kind of like an agenda. Um,
That's a conservative Christian thing from back in the early aughts.
oh,
The purpose-driven life. And look, the net profit of every sale goes directly
right.
to Jordan's
Let's
medical
talk about what
expenses.
net profit means. Okay, so net profit is everything after the cost of the materials and the labor is recouped. That presumably will be what's left, and will go to her. But okay, so you can look around. You can find, estimates vary. If you get a really good deal, and it's hard to make a really great T-shirt and print it for cheap, like as far as like quality. So I guess average would be about maybe $13-14 a T-shirt. Is what I've found looking around, just in my own experience and stuff. $13-14 for a pretty decent T-shirt with good material and whatnot, well made. Whenever you order them in bulk, right? And the more you order, the cheaper it is by a little bit. It increments, here and there. So that's cool. But this shirt is $32. So does that mean that what's left after $13-14 goes to her? No, because we got to talk about labor. And the labor is where I feel like it's probably going to get kind of shady, because does that include just the labor involved with what? You know what I mean? Like what yeah, of course we're never going to see a detailed accounting of this type of thing, but the only reason that I would ever even suggest that he would use a charity to scam is because he's done it before and he basically admitted it. Does everybody remember the was it the homeless teens comic book scam or whatever it was, like the at-risk kids, and and he was he was selling a comic, and we can go back and look at it, but he actually went on what's his name, Nick Rakita's live stream. This is pre-Rakita fall, where Rakita did a pretty, he was actually trying to help Eric out, and he was trying to stop him from saying shit he didn't need to say. Does anybody remember this shit? It was over a year ago now.
I recall seeing some things about this. Yeah.
It was brutal, man, because Eric just could not stop digging himself a hole. He couldn't fucking stop saying shit that he didn't need to say, and it was only making him, because I don't think he had a full working grasp of what the operation, we'll say, is a scam, is grift, was doing, as far as selling. I think it was if you buy a book for this amount, a Rippaverse book, they will send it to some kid or something like that. And it's just off the cuff. That's what the fuck kind of charity is that? Kids don't need comic books as much as they need other shit. You know what I mean? And why wouldn't you just send the books to them yourself? Why do you need the public to buy a book and then you send it? You know what I mean? There's just a whole fucking weird thing going on there that just, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is something on the surface looks like a nice gesture from Eric towards an employee, but I don't trust Eric July to be on the level about this. And I think everyone should be suspicious of what he's doing here.
No, I mean, you noticed that he did mention her, so yeah, what she has, by the way, is BRCA2 associated hereditary breast and ovarian cancer syndrome. That's fucking sounds brutal, man. And I genuinely hope she's able to heal from this. I don't know what the rates are. Stats are shit. But then you notice that this is it's buried way down here. Donate directly to her. At least he does offer that. However, it's just kind of not prioritized, because this is what Eric July is. He is someone who, if there's something that he can make money off of or that will benefit his name and brand, he's going to do that. He can't just say, and if you go look at his Twitter, I'm sure he's not sharing out just the link to her fund. It's probably a bunch of links to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's got to get his couple of bucks off of this shit too. You know what I mean? And I don't know if she's okay with this. I mean, I guess she'd have to be. You can't just use somebody's name, I don't think, to do something like this. I have to imagine there's some kind of legal thing with that. But yeah, same Nancy Reagan. Just say no to working for Eric July. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is anarcho-capitalist ethics at work here. There's no such thing as generosity. Everything has to be transactional.
Yep.
So Eric cannot just help someone out of the goodness of his heart. He has to get a cut. He has to be paid, or fuck you.
So, like I said, once again, it's down on the bottom of the screen. You can donate directly to her if you feel like you want to do that. Or if you have a couple bucks and you want to donate to something, donate to something else. I'm just saying that this is not about telling you not to donate to this woman and not to have sympathy for her and not to give a shit. That's not what this is
about. Right. Donate to her directly. Don't give any money to the Rippaverse.
Yeah. Why bury the direct donation? Indeed. Well, I mean, look, Blood, it's not like he tried to deter people from donating directly to her and instead just buy the shirt. It's not like he did that. That would be pretty shitty. Oh, wait, he did.
Bruce with a 5. Can we show the shirt for Jordan and drop the link, everybody? This is a great cause if you grab a shirt and donate. We showed it earlier, but I will show it again.
Just that.
Oh, all right.
We showed it earlier. I guess we show it again. Notice I got the link on the screen the whole time.
For you guys that don't know, one of our team members, Jordan, she's video asset manager. She manages our whole entire team that does all of our video editing. She's been an editor of mine personally, even long before the Rippaverse. Well, she recently got diagnosed with the cancer. She's been fighting that for a little bit now. And we are doing something for her in this shirt. So it's something you can get for pre-order right now, where all the net proceeds are going to go directly to her. We also have a link to our Give, Send, Go. If you don't care for the shirt and you just want to drop some money, you can do that. Again, make sure you be paying attention to, as I would say with any of these guys, as far as how much of the money they get, go look at the process.
So he is subtly, I guess, trying to suggest that people shouldn't, or at least, look into these people, the ones that are taking, like, he's trying to get people to buy the shirt instead of just donate directly to her.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting, man. And I mean, I'm taking these guys at their word because generally I do know them to be mostly factual, but apparently this is a Christian organization, as they say here, and like
gifts and goals information before you give a dime. But yeah.
Why, bro? Why? Give, Send, Go is a 100% Christian organization. They only take out credit card processing fees. It's the most good people that you could ever possibly have.
So if you're going to just kind of like subtly throw shade at them and suggest that they might be taking out more than is their fair cut, you know what I mean, from a donation, it's pretty fucked up.
He's fucking saying he's sliding it in. Yeah, you can go to her. You can go to give to her directly, but then, you got to watch out for those scam sites. You got to make sure it goes to her. Like, bro, you total piece of shit. Eric, I hope you get fucking breast cancer, you fucking cocksucker. This is I was listening to the clip and I was like, it can't be that bad. And then he goes, well, you can donate to GoFundMe, but maybe don't. Let me play that part again. Don't. Yeah, but be careful. Be careful. Be careful.
What the fuck? Just say.
Because, look, think about an audience that's Eric July's audience. Think about the people that make up his audience, right? Even though it's dwindling a little bit, they're probably very paranoid people, especially when it comes to where they spend money. You know what I mean? So like and if they're as cultishly slavish to him as they must be at this point to still be following the motherfucker, him just kind of casually suggesting that is really suggesting quite a lot to them. You know what I mean? It's saying a pretty strong statement in their minds. A lot of them, I'm sure, that's just like, oh, fuck that then. Yeah, he's right. I'm gonna go through the Rippaverse. I only trust Rippaverse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is like way more dishonest than I expected it to be. Because all I looked at was the landing page for the Crow for a Cure and the Give, Send, Go page.
Trust me, man. I would not I wouldn't do that to you. Like, because I know you were like, I don't know, I don't hate being suspicious. And I told him, I was like, no, you don't have to be suspicious. I'm telling you, it is fucked up and gross, and you should be confident in that.
I will never doubt you again, Dane.
When it comes to Eric July, I'm not going to really be covering him anymore directly or anything, but like, when it comes to him, chuds in general, I don't like to get on here and make claims about shit and then have to retract it or feel stupid or anything like that. That's why I never do have to retract anything. Very early on when I first covered Eric July, where I made a mistake and a couple of people called it out pretty soon after I put the video up, and I felt fucking horrible, and I swore to myself that I'm never going to fucking just like go that quick when I'm trying to get a video up on this motherfucker. I'm never going to assume that I know all the details again, because that was a really stupid error on my part and I fucked it up. It was something pretty inconsequential. Is like, I thought that cards that he was showing that he was going to be selling were. I thought that certain ones he was showing were his when he was using other ones for comparison or something like that, and I just kind of skimmed the video before I said what I wanted to say about it. And yeah, and that was where I fucked up. Nonetheless, as far as I know, I haven't said anything that you know. Of course, they tell me I'm wrong all the time, but you know, they're stupid. These people.
Nancy Reagan in the chat just made a good point. Somebody just gave Eric July money to remind him to promote something he should just be promoting anyway.
Well, I mean, there was the time when the whole thing blew up over like somebody saying that he should be sharing others, you know, independent creators more. And he's like, no, I shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, because he's looking at it straight up like a capitalist. Like he's in competition with every motherfucker that's trying to sell a comic book in his mind. And that you're part of the comic book community, that's will hit you really fucking weird. You're like, what? Like, no, if you can't support, you know, share a couple other people that you have respect for, you're not really in it for the right reasons, man. Like, I mean, and you're not saying you have to share anybody that asks you to or anything, but like the comic book community is not profit first. It's just not. That's how he's treated. He calls customers purchasers. He talks about success in terms of sales, you know, and like dollar amounts, you know, and he lies about that too. Not that he doesn't lie about the dollar amounts, but he lies about the way that he frames things, and we can get into that too. But like, yeah, he's not a comic book guy, man. Like I've said before that, you know, my theory is that he's one of these breeds that broke off from the average comic book fan in the early 90s, mid 90s, when the industry nearly crashed or did crash. And he was a collector and not a reader necessarily, you know, so he knows some stuff a little bit about the early 90s comics, but beyond that, his knowledge is very fucking limited. You know, and he just knows that these things were worth money at one point. And I don't know if he thinks that he can actually make them be worth money again, or if he's just trying to, because what he's done with the Rippaverse, and done it quite well, whether intentionally or not, is recreate the 90s boom and bust with like in a microcosm, right?
Yeah.
He's front loaded this, the idea that these things are going to be worth a lot of money. He's put a bunch of bullshit out before he knew that anybody was going to want to really buy them. He cranked them out, you know what I mean? Created a false, you know, kind of a economy on it. The secondary market crashed pretty much instantly. You know, that's why he's selling the same books that he was selling originally for, you know, $35+ on his website. You can now get them on his website for like $5 or whatever. You can go, you know, Bob Chaos got 4 comics that were originally sold at least. I don't know. Each of them were actually not the base edition of each comic. So they were probably cost like more than $50 each new. And Bob got all 4 of them on eBay for like $23. And that's not something that,
you know, what he really needs to do is make an omnibus edition of some kind.
Oh, like
that would be super profitable.
Like maybe if he took like the first issue of 3 of his comics and packaged them together.
I'm going to sell an overpriced shirt, and instead of telling people to give you $40, I'm going to peel you off a $2 bill. I'm going to go down to the bank and get you a nice fresh 2 to hand over to you. If we can sell these, you know, obviously I got bills to pay. The employees that work around you are going to make more off every shirt than you are getting for the cancer. I don't know how she can't even say no. Like, what are you going to say? No, I'm highly offended by that. Money. Yeah. No, I want to gouge your fucking out. No, I wish you had breast cancer for suggesting such a thing. You got to just say yeah. I hate it when people just have to say yeah. Yeah, use me, I guess. Use me to exploit my cancer to sell your fucking
Well, that's the thing. It is a promotion of the Rippaverse. It's like, look at how great we are.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to hope.
That's the other thing is just like, it's not just the money that he's going to make off of it. It's also just like, look at us. Look what we're doing. We're doing an awesome thing. We're like men of God here.